Alrighty, we are back. Get a little boosty poo. We are back in the old back rooms. Oops, sorry. No, not what I'm looking for. Come on now. There we go. Sorry, there's just somebody outside just playing their music loud, just on the corner. Speakers just blaring. On his bike, just comes up in the neighborhood. Hey everybody, want to listen to my music? What I'm looking for is trying to get inside to see what things look like. Simulation starts at 9:20. So I'm running into some problems where my whole entire scene is very tiny, unfortunately. So what we're experiencing, I think, is when I do the simulation, the emitter itself is as tiny as it can be, which is weird to me. And that's why it comes snapping on. I want it to come out of like the phone speaker, like my test, but I can't seem to get it to work. Oh man, this is gonna be cool. Just gotta get the simulation right. Oh, that is annoying. It's so loud. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Oops. But yeah, falls on the ground. And hopefully we get a moment. The oil or goo splashing on his face. Now he's trying to like roll and get up. Looks over, which is pretty wicked. By now, this is where the water or the simulation is going to come out of the hole in the wall, and then hopefully just start to splash his face as we get to this position. And then he's like, "Oh my god!" And then here he's like submerged in it. Hopefully, as he's rolling to try to get up, this is where I might have to modify things because we might spend too much time on the ground. Unless I can get him to go up a little bit, like he's like pushing himself up, then we can kind of see like the flow of the water or the simulation. But I guess maybe also seeing like the texture on the ground. Oh, I can't wait to see if we can get that to work. That's gonna be sick. Yeah, he needs to get up here quicker. Spend way too much time on the ground. Oh, this is where he was getting pushed, so we just need to probably rotate a little bit. Yeah, he's not getting up. He tries to get up, and then he unfortunately succumbs to the it's a trippy view. Succumbs to the force of the flow of water. Holy, spit it out. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. I just didn't like that view and I didn't know how to change. Let's put it back on this you. Yeah, as long as he's clipping, but this is the Backrooms, right? Do. Tries to get up. I think we might need to modify this a bit. Falls back, splash, splash on this face, over the body. Then he's trying to get up, and then that's when the water. So if we just rotate him around a little bit, might fix that. Let's have him come over to the wall a little bit more. And probably rotate him. Come on now. So that he's kind of facing back up again. And that's where he's going to get stuck and get plummeted until the room's filled up. And then we either see the creature emerge or that's part 2. Yeah, I don't know what all this crap is. That is from the appendage. But we are just going to leave that. Because we're so close to getting this done. Sorry, I got the itchies again. Dry nose and edge of my nose is crispy. Okay, simulation. How do we stack simulation? Because usually what happens is I erase one. So I don't want to overwrite. Oh no, this is output. What am I doing? Hooey. How do I do this again? Okay, foam spray 2. Foam spray 2. Must have just deleted the other domain. Yeah, I must have deleted the other domain. Flood from wall. Vector. Yeah, I'm thinking I just deleted it, so. So we have to create another domain, right? Just make it the size of this room. Past everything. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm doing this stuff wrong, so if there's anybody in the chat that knows simulation, let me know. Cube, wall, oil, simulation. That is a domain, liquid. Keep all that the same for now. We need to change the path to something else because I think this is where I messed up last time. All oil to the frames. Probably the same, right? 920, and then hopefully everything collides at the same time. Frame start 920. Silly rabbit. Saving's not gonna matter if I bake, because it's gonna rewrite. But might as well save and domain. We don't have an emitter yet. The emitter. I want to come out from the wall, which I did have at one point. That's why I built that thing. But everything's so tiny that I don't think it's gonna matter. That's not the emitter I just made, was it? I guess so weird. Okay. Oh my god, this mouse. Drive me insane. I don't know what I'm doing really. Okay, now we need to set this up as an emitter. Flow. Liquid. Inflow. Flow source. Treat this object as a planar and enclosed mesh. Fluid will only be emitted from the mesh surface and based on the surface emission value. I don't know what that means, but let's try. Give it a try. Yeah, that crashed earlier, which I kind of expected it would. Let's name this wall oil. Domain. What the? Domain. Fluid. Okay. Probably not going to work. And I really hope it doesn't erase. Well, we're going to change the phone anyways, so that does not matter, I guess. Go back to our domain, go back down to the bottom. Bake all. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're close. If I can figure this out, if this works, then all we need to do is trial and error until we get the simulation working the way that we want, and then the phone cord, and then the monster, if we can add that, like the monster's emitting from the phone. The phone should be dropping and spraying, but I kind of like that it's like frozen and thing is emitting from it. So yeah, we're going to keep that and try to wrap this up. What's this about? What? Well, at least we have our phone still going. What is going on with those things? Well, it's kind of a happy accident. What is happening? I'm curious what's going on in the back of the room. It's going through that wall. What does this look like? Oh, we're so close. Oh man, I can see it. I can just see it. I just need to know how to do it. We don't see the stuff at the top. We're just kind of starting to see it. I might have the wrong material on it, actually. Why aren't you moving? Where are we? Oh yeah, he's not going to be moving for a bit. I'm just looking at when he's getting pushed to see kind of what it looks like. I was hoping to kind of, oh no, this is the perspective we want. Because that white cube in the back is going to be the fluid, hopefully, rushing out from the back of the wall. And that'll be a sweet perspective as that's happening. Oops, I want to go this way. Come on, look up. Or actually, you might go back towards the ground, eh? Yeah, Oh, maybe not. Whew, we're getting close. We are getting close. Yeah, that's the view I need to be in, but I need to push it in closer. Such a trap. Like, just imagine the frame actually being inside the helmet, not the outside. I hope this is going to be a little terrifying, but we'll see. Oh man. Problem is if I push in with the camera, the everything's keyframed from the camera. So I need to we can get out of it. We have some clipping issues. Yeah, definitely get a different light inside the helmet with this this camera lens. love that, the light reflection. Oh, we are so close. Yeah, we might be a little too far out. Oh, actually, I can move the null also. And keep the camera. Keep the camera. What am I trying to do? Null. Let's try to move that. Spaceman, empty. Oops. Yeah, this mouse, man, is hard to work with Blender. Oh, yeah, we even get like a wider view and stuff now. Crazy. What is better? We definitely see more of the creatures and the environment, so I like that. Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry, I in the zone here. Good to see you guys in the chat. How's the gore box backrooms going? I'm as you can see, I'm back in the backrooms myself, trying to wrap up this project. I remember you mentioning that you were doing the backrooms gore box the last time you were in the chat. Yeah, right now it's just a placeholder, the monster, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more with it. I want it to, so he's got the phone, picks up the phone, and then the phone screams, and then he lets goes of the phone, but the phone stays like stationary as ooze is pouring out from it. And then he's kind of like falls back, taken back from the scream, and the ooze that's coming out loses his balance. And then he hits the ground, and then I'm hoping that the ooze will like spill on him a bit, hit the visor and kind of fall off as he's rolling around trying to get up. And then also at the same time maybe have the ooze go to the ceiling and start to fill the ceiling. I was trying a simulation and I'm not sure what happened, but we got two little blobs on the roof or the ceiling. Looks like we're also clipping through the floor with that camera. You made your own custom map. Nice. Did you just do like the puzzle pieces, the outside, or have you like filled everything in? So yeah, looks like we might have to raise him up off the ground. Cause he be clipping. He be clipping. Oh no, I wasn't thinking. I made a big boo-boo. I made a big boo-boo. I moved my anchor, so that means it moved everything away from everything we did yesterday. So I don't want to do that. I'm really hoping an autosave can save me here. $11.47. Yesterday. That's good. Undo everything I did this morning. The monster hasn't killed him, no, not in my backrooms. Because he's in the suit, that's why the monster's not able to kill him. Normally, if the oil would touch your skin, it would like kill you, but he's encased in a bodysuit. So what's going to happen in the next episode is the room's going to fill with oil or substance, whatever it's made out of. And then he's going to walk through it as if he's like underground or submerged underwater. And then maybe new monsters will come out, maybe like a shark entity or something will come out of the space room or back rooms. But the plan is to connect it to the pool rooms. He'll come crawling out of a staircase and then emerge out of the pool rooms is where I want to go with it. Crap. Yeah, I definitely made a big boo-boo. I'm really hoping that this does it. Nope. Oh, can we go back now? I don't think we can. Can we? Oh, yeah, we can. Poopy. Looks like I'm redoing for what I did this morning. Oh, I really liked how he was like, yeah. It's going to be more work to try to redo the hand than it is to redo what I did this morning. Actually, I don't even know this is the... Crap. Oh, man, this is a big boo-boo. Yeah, making animations definitely isn't easy. You gotta have like a good... Sorry, I'm maybe whining too much. Apologies. Definitely gotta know what you're doing. Because you make assumptions of, oh yeah, this thing will fix my thing at the end of my timeline, but then it has a domino effect throughout the whole thing, which I've done. Yeah, like a dominoes all the way back to the start from which I did. So if I had any animations of him moving a specific way around corners and stuff, I guess those things got pushed away now because of what I've done. Or hopefully I keyframed it and I am... Oh, I might have keyframed it. by accident. I might have keyframed it by accident. And all that bitching was for nothing. Yeah, I accidentally keyframed it. Wow, lucky me. Yeah, I didn't look at the... Okay, we're good. All is good. Disregard my bitching. Yeah, I lucked out from having this being turned on. Okay, so simulation. I want water flowing out from the back of the wall, and whatever I did created this. So I think what I forgot to do was oops, what is that thing? I don't know what I did there. Command A, apply. All transforms. Let's try that. I think it was referencing the original square cube that I made because I didn't apply the scale. I know that's a thing with the simulation. Domain. Free all. Save and bake again. We be baking today. All jinkety janked. While we're waiting, sorry, it takes a little bit. You can see the progress bar down at the bottom here. Looks like I got a response. Yeah, that's right. It's well organized. That's my jam. We're still getting the balls on the ceiling. What is happening? The two balls. I mean, that's pretty cool, but... What am I missing? What am I missing? Simulation and phone cord. Well, we don't even maybe need to really worry about the phone cord if it's staying up in the sky. You just need to figure out the simulation. Oh man, I had it looking good. Had it looking good before, and now we're starting over. side. Well, the phone cord is off now too. So I didn't quite save myself with the auto keyframe thing, but as long as, yeah, it is a little off actually. I was gonna say, as long as the phone picking up is fine. Oh, but we should be able to fix that, hopefully. Okay, well, my only thought that we can do to try to fix stuff is... where's my emitter? I am confused. Where is my emitter? Huh? I thought that you're supposed to see the emitter, right, until you hide it? I could have sworn we saw it like a minute ago. I don't know what's going on. Weird. Huh? Huh? What is going on here? Can't say I did that. Sorry, my world's all flippity floopity. Okay, let's try this again. That was weird. Don't understand what happened here. But could be why. What? Maybe when I applied the scale, all transforms, maybe that's what did me in here. Okay, Command A, apply scale. I don't think transform or anything matters before. Save and go to our domain. Let's hide our fluid. Go to our domain and we bingo. See what happens. Actually, I might take a little victory lap. BRB. Alrighty. Where are we at? Still getting the blob on the ceiling, eh? The double blobs. We always gotta have something not work, right? Okay, so my next thinking is we pull out the emitter from the little casing that I built. And try again. There shouldn't be any obstructions. It's also pretty thin. If there's anybody that knows simulation, let me know what I should probably be doing to achieve the effect I'm trying to go for here. Pull a little away from the wall. Apply scale. And probably clipping through the ground. No. Oh. Okay, try it again. Like this. Oh, we are so close. Come on, simulation. I just want you to pour. Actually, we might be able to use flip fluids here. I'm not actually pushing anything. Cell fluids. What is happening? Why are we getting two balls? What's up with the balls? I mean, we're getting close. Oh, I think I know. Because I have this as an effector. And there's something to do with scale because even the foam ooze is not like hitting the top of my monolith. So maybe I have to apply the scale here. I understand why it's going up. What I don't understand is the two balls into the other four balls, and then it decides to like start running. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Hope your day is going well. We are so close, but yet we are so far. Yet we are so far, haha. I like these little things. They remind me of the Zerk. This game was fun. Okay, I am procrastinating. How did I fix it before? This is going the right way. -1. Okay, maybe that's what we do. Give that a try. Give me lots of bacon today. We just have a little progress bar down here that we gotta wait for. Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention that. That's why the bake takes a little bit. Get them cupcakes. Well, actually, I can probably do that right now. Curious. It's still 5 cents. There are 31 days. We have 14 days left. Still spending too much on work. So that -1 clearly didn't work. Yeah, this is the problem. I built my world upside down, and now it's going to be bang in my head trying to figure out how to get it to go the right way. Like, the only thing that I see different here is -1. Planar. Sorry. Planar is checked. Planar is checked. Like, they're literally the same. Domain. Divisions is 256. Alright, let's try to copy and hope I don't break my computer. 256 minus 981. Holy Hannah. Come on, Magic Mouse. Minus 981. Minus 981. 2561. 2561. 441. 441. So there's some stuff that's different here. Sampling 1. 32. 32, 8, 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, oh, or no, we're good. Well, those are the same. Binary, yeah, well, that's the same. Okay, give this a try, save it. So they should be the same settings between the two. Don't think that's going to fix our, actually maybe this is where, no, everything's the same there. Anyways, let's bake. Bakety bake, bake, bacon. If we can just have the rush of water fill the room, then we can bring in the vines. Yeah, just all the icing. We can just focus on the icing, and then the only troubleshooting thing really is the foam cord if we want to make that more dynamic or realistic. Part of me likes the idea of the phone staying, but maybe like a little wiggle to it as the ooze is coming out. Or actually, what it should be is like, imagine a water fountain, so like jets shooting it straight up, but then the phone's kind of like resting on the jet from the pressure of it. But That would be a whole thing to learn and do. We can mimic it with a random rotation probably. Or some of the kits actually that I have, I think, do that automatically. But we'll see. This bake is going to take a bit. We're only at 10%. I want to say we'd be at like 40% now. So, while that is happening, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We have this project hopefully coming up today, so we won't worry about that now. I didn't have to provide anything. Put this over in here. That's a good movie. I just came across it and forgot that I don't have it yet, or haven't watched it in a while. Not that I'm a material person, but sometimes I forget, oh, I want that little thing, and then forget about it. So I try to create a little list. That is frozen for some reason. We don't need to focus on that right now. Okay. It's coming in later. I guess we can go through that. We're working on that. I don't know where that is. Maybe we can take a look for that right now. People in the chat, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know what you're up to, what brings you to the channel, what projects you're working on, if you're stuck on anything. It's bugging me where I had done that thing. And there's a chance maybe I didn't save it, which would be weird. Yeah, let's give up on that one. We can redo it anyways. I guess what my hope was that we can just append stuff, but it's not going to matter because of the scale, so yeah, we can just remove it. Spray. We're working on that right now. Animating fall, we've done that. So yeah, I guess we can just work on that for now. Water simulation, phone cord. Cut to black to end video. Phone cord, monster, entity. Form out of the phone hanging or out from ooze on floor or ivy growth and emerges. A couple options we can explore. Probably shouldn't delete that stuff earlier. Backrooms, part 3. Chased by entity and emerge out of pool room. I'm not going to get around to those, but let's create a new note. Future project ideas. Oh, we're only at 30%. Sorry. It's going to take a bit, but hopefully this is good news. Usually when there's a longer bake, that is a good sign. Something my computer. No, computer's fine. She's cool. Eve. Backrooms. Bunch of personal stuff. Yeah, I guess we just have to go and slowly pick away at our listy poo. We're getting close to the tail end of our list of stuff to do. Keep us busy. Blender. Oops, not what I wanted. This. Sorry, just give me a quick minute. Or a second. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that. What's everybody up to? How's your guys' day going? What brings you to the channel? What are you working on? Right now I'm baking some Backrooms. So it's going to take a little bit, unfortunately. Hopefully it didn't crash. Uh-oh. We might have crashed. Give it a minute. But yeah, we're baking some simulation stuff right now. We're on the tail end of a Backrooms animation. So, gonna be a little bit of patience today, unfortunately. That's why I'd probably be hopping in and out of document working, or if you guys want to chat up, I'm down to do that. I derped. I want to say it was at 33, right? But maybe give it one more minute here. If it's still going, it's going to take a bit. Yeah, no, it's still going. We still good. Hopefully, this is the one thing that maybe a Mac isn't good for, is 3D work. But there's also a possibility I don't have, oh actually I might not have Blender set up properly. I'll have to check that. Can I do that now while it's baking? No. Yeah, maybe would have got a Windows if I knew I was going to be loving 3D as much as I want, or a passion to get into it. But it's strong, it's doing its job, it's working. Just I apologize for the delay today in some of the baking stuff. But we are getting close. This has been a project that's been on my plate for about a year. I have some other videos up on my channel that I kind of branched off to, but there's this ending that I wanted to reveal an entity creature in the Backrooms, and I haven't really done that yet in my videos. And I am working on a series for myself right now. It's a pretty big project. So there's a part of me that's like, hey, you're very close to finishing this up. Why don't you try to wrap it up this week if you can? Which we're very close. I was stuck on trying to rig my spaceman for whatever reason. When I was rigging him, his arms would get crossed, and I was trying to attach to a motion capture, and he would do stuff like this, and it was just, couldn't figure it out. But it was the simplest thing. My guy was in an A pose, which is when like an A shape, but it needed to be in a T pose. So when I figured that out and adjusted stuff, then my motion capture was actually binding properly, which allowed me to then now pick up the phone, all that kind of stuff. And then I figured out how to weight paint the fingers and create a little scale controller. So all I do have to do is scale the hand and all the fingers will move. So we have him picking up the phone, going to the head now. So got over a couple bumps in the road, and today we are pushing on the simulation stuff. It's too bad I can't skim through it while it's baking, but he's answered the phone screams at him, and then ooze comes rushing at him, which causes to trip down. Then we'll have what's baking right now is the simulation coming out from the back wall on the floor. It's going to be rushing him so much that it pushes him against one of the pillars. There is a pillar on the other side here. It's kind of hard to see, but he gets stuck there, and then the water's simulation oil ooze is just going to keep rushing him, and that's how we're probably going to maybe end it. But hopefully what we can do is also have an entity emerge from the phone. My initial plan was to have the phone drop and dangle off the monolith a little bit. But there's issues with the phone cord itself that I'm having, so there's a chance it may just stay stationary and kind of just jiggle, and then have the entity emerge from that and fill the room up at the same time. So a couple moving pieces still, but hopefully after today we are like 95%, 99% there, maybe some final touches tomorrow. The other thing I'm worried about is rendering. I have no idea what this is going to be for render time. What was the last thing I was looking at? It was on my other machine, and I think I had 3,000 frames, and it was taking 1:20 per frame. So that might have been the math right there. 1:20 per frame. So 1:20 is 80 seconds. 80 seconds times 3,000 frames. 4,000 minutes. 66 hours. So 3 days of 24 hours of rendering to get that one animation out. If my math is right, my math might be bad, but 3 days of my main machine. Or actually, no, sorry, that was the bad machine. That was the, not bad machine, but the slower machine that I have. 3 days to render. What was I looking at? I can't remember. Maybe the project I'll be stepping into, which is not a good thing. Oh, actually, yeah, that's what it was. It was just simple solids. I had simple white solids, and it was taking 1:20. They were motion tracked. I forgot about that. I need to really focus on that. I have till the new year for that project to be able to produce it, but the one thing that's going to bite me in the butt is not realizing how much time it's going to take to render. Now there's always render farms online, and I've been able to connect multiple machines together and use them as a render farm, which was pretty cool. But I don't know where we're at with updates on that, and that was a pain in the butt to get installed. I think at this point I might just try a render farm and pay for that, because the last time I was trying that stuff seemed pretty reasonable for price and less of a headache, but you have less control over it a little bit. So and it sucks when you're paying for stuff that you produce a bad render because you forgot to click a couple things. So I definitely need to do some tutorials on that. A whole nother hat to wear in Blender and 3D World, right? Like right now I feel like I'm doing, I don't know, at least five or six people's jobs to get this animation done. And it could be so much more if I knew what I was doing in each of those different areas, if I just was like a master in one of them, right? But my philosophy, or I don't know if it's a philosophy, but my go-to has just been kind of a jack of all trades. Try to learn as many things as you can, be good enough to exercise it, use it, or at least have a door that you can open and easily onboard it if a client is looking for it. You just have to be transparent. Hey, I've done it before, but it's something I'm looking to onboard. How about I have reduced rates for this specific project and we explore doing this type of thing. That's what I'm doing with my current client. With some of this 3D stuff, I'm building we have aerial video of like city streets and stuff, and we're going to be rebuilding a new street, and it's for a city project. So again, something I'm very confident I can do, but I haven't had an example to produce. So, and I threw out some big ideas of like weather, time lapses, all that kind of stuff, flying down onto the street, seeing a person's view as the new buildings are being built in 3D. So yeah, I really upsold myself, but under that, I was like, hey, why don't I give you reduced rates? We have some time and we'll give it a try. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, that's my philosophy, just try to push the boundaries. I haven't mastered one thing. Like, I come from After Effects, Premiere Pro. I haven't really mastered those, but I think I'm an expert in each one of them. But that might be it could be my ego. But like, I don't write expressions in After Effects, but I could, like basics ones I can, and I can read it and modify stuff, but I wouldn't be able to write a program or a script in After Effects. And with Blender, like the nodes, that's way over my head, but it's something that I definitely need to start onboarding. Potentially. If I want to get good at Blender, right, I can't rely on all these add-ons, which is one of my to-dos is to go through, and I spent a lot of time. This is where we're kind of getting into business, not so much Blender. But I have spent quite a bit of money trying to get my tool belt equipped for some of these projects, some of these clients that I want to be pursuing. And anytime something came on sale, I was like, oh yeah, that's a great deal. Or I have time to try it, but never did have time to actually execute it. But anyways, long story short, I've documented everything in here. I have nice links to everything. I kind of have an indication of like, I've tried everything, it's working or it's not working. And based on that, I've kind of put the cost for each thing. So now I have a better idea of like, what is it here? I should probably have another edition tally for like something like this, right? Where 200, 270, 280, I should have a tally for that. But $280 right now is like money that's been spent on apps that either aren't working or I don't think I'll be using, or some training is needed, but usually those are kind of put over to the project that they're initially were going to be used for. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. But I felt like once I did this, a weight was lifted off my shoulder because I didn't quite have a vision on everything that I had at my fingertips. And another nice thing about this is like when there's downtime, it's like, okay, what should I onboard that I probably spent some money on? Like the true train type stuff. I feel like I spent some money on that. All this stuff and just need some more training. But if I'm comfortable with it, then I can put it there and I'm like, okay, I know what to do. Where are we at with our bake? We're at 50%. So we're going to be talking a little bit more business, unfortunately, folks. There's nothing really I can branch into 3D or After Effects. And I don't really want to push it since I'm baking stuff and streaming at the same time. And yeah, I should probably have some affiliate links for some of this stuff and maybe a rating system of like quality, but anyways. Street generation really good. The only thing missing is light, controller, and a roundabout feature. But if you can set up roads in a specific way, you might be able to achieve a roundabout. So one of the problems that I'm having with the other project is that I need to design a roundabout. Is it complicated learning 3D modeling? It's a little bit complicated. Well, there's degrees of it. If you have no experience in like After Effects, then it might be a little bit tricky. But I want to say for me, the hardest part for me was learning the tools. So like learning where everything is. Like I knew what I wanted to do, but I'm like, where do I go to modify a mesh? Like if you create a plane, you can just right click, create plane, and it creates a flat surface like a floor. But say if I wanted to create like hills or garden or a yard that has like a little bit of ground kind of elevation difference, I'm like, how do you do that? Didn't know where to do it. So those are the hardest things, was just learning where everything was. But once I kind of grasped that, I feel pretty natural in it, but I'm still very tripping over myself. The second hardest part is probably wrapping your head around perspective and depth, dimensions. So X, Y, Z. See, I still don't even know it, but you need to kind of wrap your head around where you are in that space and how you drop assets in that space. 3D modeling is something that's also very specific. So if you're like modeling, say, the spaceman, and creating a character, that is super hard. Yes, for me, I don't think I won't be able to achieve that, to be honest. Now I'm really putting on like a hard stop, and maybe I might be able to, but there's so much other things that I want to learn in Blender that I'm like, hey, I'll actually contract somebody that can do the modeling for me, or go buy the asset. I'm sure somebody's modeled it somewhere. But I give huge props to people that can actually model people like Spaceman or a monster or any type of body type creature. Because mine come out looking like kids drawing Ronald McDonald, a clown type thing. So where I'm going with Blender is I'm buying assets and I'm learning how to utilize those assets in the 3D space. So that's why I'm saying it's a little bit easier. But if you're going down the 3D modeling of building characters, then that might be a little tricky. But what you can do is there's also like Blender Market, which is where I buy a bunch of my plugins and models and stuff. Hopefully I don't get flagged from YouTube. Hopefully there's no nudity or anything, but as you saw in that one picture, there's like different kits that allow you to either have a base character and then you can use your molding tools to mold your own character, or you can get the tools themselves to easily modify stuff a specific way. But hopefully that's a rundown. It's a bit of Mount Everest. So the base is pretty easy, but when you get to a certain point, it's like, okay, if you don't have the right packs, the right gear, the right oxygen, you're not going to be able to climb the rest of the way, right? For us, that's the knowledge or training. So if you do more YouTube videos or go and buy courses, there's also some courses on here like Breaking Bad. There's this one that I want to check out. I might not even have to buy it, but I'd like to try to buy this and follow along. It's like $18, right? And it gives you 4 to 6 hours of training. But my intention from this is like, imagine a spaceship and you're like flying through an atmosphere and you're about to crash into like the ground. I love this camera perspective and just how everything is kind of moving. So that's why I kind of want to purchase this and follow along. It's also a show that I admire, so it'd be kind of cool to kind of mimic something similar. But yeah, I don't know what you would call that person. Somebody that just builds the environments. Compositor, I think, is maybe what you call that person. But actually, I'm curious. Let's see what ChatGPT says. 3D environment artist or level designer. Huh. Definitely wouldn't have called it that. Level designer makes me think like game designer, right? Coding, which I have no experience doing any coding. Holy, this bake is taking a bit. Sorry, folks. I wanted to be more in it. If this doesn't work, we'll have to just either move on to something else or shorten the bakes, because we still have another 100 frames. Level designer. Interesting. "3D environment artist," yeah, I guess that's what you're going for. I'm going for, I guess. There he was like, yeah, that's what I've done. Product visualizers, yeah. So 3D environment artist. Let's put our little name tag, a little badge. Use a tool. Actually, sorry, give me a second. Similar to SPI. Using a perspective matcher tool. You match to say a building, and then you can generate a camera based on generate the camera and where it would have been when taking the shot. Camera match. But hopefully that if you're still here, Brock, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but if you're still here, hopefully that answers the question. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm also curious what you guys are up to, if you have any personal projects you're working on. If you're 3D, if you're video editing, After Effects, what's your jam, writer. There's lots of things that I'm curious about. My main purpose for the channel is to hopefully connect with people, share my experience of learning 3D together. We can try to figure some stuff out. I do have a lot of kits and add-ons, so together hopefully we can figure those out. I'm working on a series in the background and really need to kind of connect with individuals who can help elevate that potentially, because I won't be able to do it myself. Yeah, lots going on. Lots of opportunity. Yeah, we can do that. Update expenses. I'm also tracking my hours. Try to keep profit margins and a journal of where my hours are going. Specifically more for charging clients, but this past week I've been on personal hours by the looks of it, so gotta make sure I document those. So 3 months from now, 2 months, I'm like, what did I do during this week? Why wasn't there hours charged out? %ish. We are getting close. Fingers crossed that that Hail Mary bake is going to work. I don't have any hope, or hope's the wrong word. I have hope, but I have low expectations it's going to work. Wicked add-on that generates high quality activated, so we'll do that. That's my extra project, side project I was talking about earlier. It's the placeholder name for it, at least. Yeah, it's still 70%. Come on, come on, come on. People pack. Ooh, I keep forgetting to do this here. Expansion. People pack for population. That's one thing I need to do on the to-do list. Oh, actually, shoot. I might have missed a sale. I needed to buy this for a client, and I might just be paying 33% more. Hopefully not. Receive 30%, BP production 30%. Come on, be on sale still. Population. Didn't realize it was that much. You have purchased this. Huh? Huh? It says I've already purchased it, but pretty sure it was just a demo. Pretty sure it was just a demo. But I'd hate to pay for this again. Population. Earn 30. Population not available. So yeah, I think it was just a demo. Like it's not full access to the whole thing, or I have to buy the people, which is still part of the shopping thing. Anyways, wasting too much time on that. Continue to check out. Let's see if that promo code worked. BP production 30. $40. $40. There was this and one other one that I was looking at, I think, for people. But I think this one's been in my wish list the longest because of this stuff. Because I want to like start advertising to real estate and developers, because there's a bit of money behind these development projects. So if I can say, hey, developer, I can actually build these 3D spaces, maybe put them in VR eventually, to really communicate or showcase what your project's going to look like before you build it, or say you need to find funding for your project. These are the videos that you want to create to demonstrate what your project will look like in the future. Now, yeah, this is why I have avoided this one, because I feel like a majority of it, like 23 characters, is sport. And it's like, I don't think I'm going to be doing any sports stuff anytime soon. There's maybe one client that'll want that I could see, but they haven't communicated a budget for it. So, but yeah, to me it looks really good. Like, yeah, it looks 3D, but there's no way I'm building those models to Brooke's point there that I was rambling about. I won't be able to model those people, so to spend $90 American, I'm Canadian, so it's gonna be a little bit more. But yeah, to spend that money, say I'm charging out, my regular is $35 an hour. I'm going to be doing $50 on this one project. So yeah, 2 hours for this project coming up. If I put 2 hours in, then I get $100, and that pays for this pack. So even if this pack doesn't work, it's not a complete waste based on the money that I'm getting from the client. But yeah, this is the stuff that wasn't working before. And all I really need is this, because it's going to be streets. And then, yeah, none of that stuff that I need. So before I buy this and spend the money, where are we at? 77% still for the bake. Sorry, peeps. If you're here for Backrooms, I apologize. We are currently baking a simulation. So it's unfortunately taken a bit. So we're doing some homework. Some business back end stuff. This was cool, but I have so many of these things that I can't spend another $25. This one looks really cool, but again, I've spent so much money on stuff already. Well, that looks not the greatest, but what I liked is this. And I just wish there was an indication about a roundabout. But again, this one doesn't look like it does roundabouts. Actually, ask a question. They must know what a roundabout is, or island. Wrap it, we already purchased, so we can remove that from our wish list. 80%, we're almost there. Almost, it's probably still gonna be another 20 minutes. So apologies. Oh man, I totally forgot about this. I wonder if these houses look like the stuff in my footage. This is the footage that I used for the motion track for the client coming up. Yeah, this is more American. It's got like the grates and stuff in front of the house. But one question I'll ask the client is like, hey, do I need to remodel the houses one for one? If we do, then I might have to outsource that work, or I could do it myself potentially, just a new area. Or spend $15 and maybe just even modify that potentially. But that's a big one. Another pack like that. What am I looking for? Procedural crowds is the other one. Population, procedural crowds, procedural traffic, all made by different people. Yeah, we're looking for population generators. How many population generators do I have in my wish list? And that looks like it's it. Okay, so sorry, I screamed a little bit there. Got a little excited. This is much cheaper, even at the discount. But what is the difference between the two? Oh, the slider's nice. Yeah, this is what I'll be doing for my clients. Like this, like we'll have the aerial view, but then we can actually fly down to the ground. And this is what I'll use this thing for. My instincts like spend more money. It has to be worth more. But this one seems to be doing everything that I want. I already have the summer pack. What is the quality difference between the two? Faces, 4,000 faces, 14 faces, 4K faces. So we have the same low poly, but these guys are a little bit higher res. What's the difference in price? We are paying a difference of 45 compared to 90 something, so $50 difference. Why are they $50 different? 48 people. 48 people. 50 people on the cheaper one. 55 movements. Models using different types of ground. It's 39, so there might be actually a couple more, 10 more potentially in the other one. It's weird they say 50 and then 39. Pro is 50, animation packs is 60. What do I do? What do I do? Which one do I buy? We don't have to buy today, but if we don't buy today, we could be missing out on 30% on the other one. But I have the summer tax, so that's an added value. It's probably better to buy the cheaper one and not have that work. Yeah, I'll probably just end up buying this one, I think. Another reason for the other one. Do I have anything else from them? Cloudscapes is the only other thing I have from them. And I have everything else except for the business pack from these guys. These two I can't get updates for, if there's any updates, but they were only like $1.30 something when I averaged them out in the pack that I bought. And there's a 50% off sale as well. So between these two, I'm still cheaper than the other one. And we can maybe use like 1, 2, 3 people. 4, 5. Yeah, we can maybe use like up to 6 people from this kit for the one client. So, sorry, population. I think we might be going with these guys. I'm still saving $30. Okay, anyways, 86%. Sorry folks, I do apologize for our delay in being in Blender. Our baking has taken a little bit. I hope that our cupcakes come out and look good, but they might come out and be monstrous. That is a possibility. One thing that's pretty odd for me is I've been in work mode for like the past year, and not last week but the week before. I took a week off and it was hard to kind of use my time wisely. Then I got back into work and then work got taken away from me a little bit. So now I'm trying to focus on my stuff, but there's a part of me that's like, oh, you should be working right now. But the reality is my other client that is 3D, I'm waiting to hear back from them. I put out a feeler for another client. So my thinking is I just spend time in Blender, even though it's on my own personal project. It's hours behind piloting, learning how to do stuff, troubleshooting stuff. Hopefully the one client will get back to me today, and then if that happens, then I'll have to transition out of Backrooms into that project. Hence why I want to wrap this up, because it'd be a shame to just be at the end and then spend the next 3 months in this client's project and not be able to wrap this up, when I can maybe spend today and the weekend, today, tomorrow, the weekend, to try to really wrap her up or produce a version that we can say is done. But I'm definitely getting antsy, and I'm sure you guys are in chat, so I apologize for the wait. But if you just arrived, we are waiting for our bake to go to 100% so we can get control back in Blender. I shouldn't probably be playing around with that too much. So one thing I was looking at was my list here, and we got sidetracked with a promotion. These guys are having a 30% promotion sale, but I don't know how we can justify the price difference. Like, what is this offering that the other one isn't? I mean, they do the same thing, right? Like, we should be able to... I guess there's no less visual. I even like the interface of this one a little better. Like, we're not having a visual element of what people look like, but the UI is just a little sharper to me. Yeah. A cheaper one, if we even have to buy the other one at its full price. What we're saving now. Oh, see, that's the thing. Should almost buy the other one, and if it's not what we need, then buying this one would be the difference that we're saving versus paying $40-$50 now, then the $130 down the road versus the $90. Ay, ay, ay. Pinching pennies. And how do you decide where that money goes? And I'm a little more conscientious because of how much money I've wasted on apps that don't work, or I buy them prematurely. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to add another $100 to that list just to go and spend money on this one. $97,900. That's not looking good for you guys, so you can live in my wish list, but yeah, I think we're going with these guys, unfortunately. And if we have to spend more money down the road, then we have to spend more money down the road. Can we take advantage of anything else that they're selling? See, if I hadn't spent money on the other stuff already, then like I already have a lot of that in other programs. So yeah, we'll leave it like that. 91%, we're getting close. We are getting close. So yeah, while I'm waiting for this bake to finish, I have this little list that I'm going through. It's kind of my repository of all the add-ons and tools that I have. So one of the goals is like down the road, it's like, oh, do I have a sky generation? Well, if we just type in sky, then we have, oh, okay, we have the sky tool. But once all these are filled in, then that Control F just gets stronger and stronger. The ultimate goal is to hopefully make this number as low as possible, because I've spent probably close to $300 or just under $300 Canadian on stuff that isn't working. So it's pretty much, in my eyes, it's just like lighting money on fire. But if I can say, hey, this is actually working and I can actually use it for one of these projects, then the justification for the purchase is a little bit better. And then the more I use stuff, I want to see how much it's actually cost me over the time of using it. So that's the purpose of this. And then between the different purchases, software purchases, I want to have this master tally, but it's still in the works. So yeah, it's something that I'm slowly chipping away at. In between opportunities that we can't do any animation. The other thing that I'm working on is my side series. One reason for trying to wrap up this Backrooms animation is I want to start getting into this and actually start generating these scenes versus AI, and start telling the story that I've been crafting in the background. I have over 300 rows. I think three to four episodes pretty polished out. But I'm looking to, produce this in some kind of short animation or feature film. but I'm gonna need some help because it's a doozy. These first 2 episodes are just establishing the world and why our heroes are experiencing what they are. Everything we see in the first 2 episodes, the only thing we carry forward from those are the heroes themselves, the 3 heroes: David, his companion robot, and then Evie, Evelyn, who go on an adventure because of what happens on the first 2 episodes. So yeah, I got a few things going on in the back end of mine. I'm curious if you guys have anything of the sorts. What are you working on? What brings you to the channel? Are you here for Blender, After Effects, Premiere, to chat? Oh. Tendrils. Expansion pack. Different designs that allow you to populate or shape various objects too. Boy, I don't know why I was trying to spell there. Can easily displace like a cube into a rock kind of shape. The tool itself is a little finicky, i.e. not working, but working. David Space Designing Assets. I don't think I was using that for David's. 97%. We're getting close. Come on, water simulation. Please work. Model. Old telephone. For Backrooms. Monolith. Generates a maze or like pattern which you can convert to a cave. Easy backrooms. Easy mining. Generator. Yeah, I was playing with that the other day. It was kind of cool. Seemed to be somewhat working. Put Rock City for now, even though I don't have a column for them. It's just a client that I reached out to recently that I'm hoping to do work, and I was testing some stuff out. And it was very primitive, but I think we can make it look pretty cool. Draw scatter. Asset placer, but not working. We already have this tool in other forms. there was another one. Right there. Sorry. These are just basic. I can add them later on. Let's go up the list. Add on easily creates fog demo mat downloaded, I believe. Not sure I'll use future consideration, possibly. Add on for rigging, demo mat downloaded. Add on for particles in the air / dust on objects. Demos and downloaded. Is add on a space HDRI generator. Currently the best quality until on board PSO, PSA. It's another space thing that I've purchased that looks pretty good, but it's a little more complicated. Generates moving skies. Interesting add-on. Something to consider with time lapses or alternative HDRI maker that I typically use. Okay, looks like Blender was done. Now that it's done, looks like I lost all my audience. Oh man, look how sick that looks. Not quite what I was going for, but man, that looks epic. Let's save it. Terrifying. Like, what is going on? Oh, I like it. It's kind of like droopy. Oh, on the top of the roof there, the ceiling. Oh, my domain. If I would have made a domain just a little bit smaller, we could see all that. Oh, man. Look at that. That's cool. Getting a little giddy. Looks like it's just like cycling through for some reason. Weird. Oh, it's too bad. Hopefully there's some peeps that stuck around. Good to see this. I feel bad. Just as it was wrapping up. But honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just was matching the simulation between the phone and the new stuff I'm generating. Oh, poor Spaceman. This is terrifying. Let's see what he's seeing. Let's see what he's seeing. Do you see what I see? Terrifying oil. Yeah, I gotta make the domain smaller. Damn. Because those are clipping through the tiles at the top. And the other thing too is these lights probably wouldn't be on. I just have them on for visibility to see what's going on. So it's just a light that he has. Come on. Oh yeah, because it's going on the roof. This is where I want it to be rushing across the floor. Because we would see it come out of the shadows. Yeah, we'd see it rushing across the floor there. Oh, we are close. We are close. We just got to get some of that on the ground. A little bit of sense of what's going on, because right now it's hard to see from his perspective. Unless I have the oil man come out of that. We could also have the lights flickering. That might help. I wonder if that, yeah, maybe scaling the monolith fixed it. Kind of my hope is that this just, oh yeah, we gotta turn him into a wrapper. One of the things I bought earlier that I removed from my wish list. And hopefully have it so that the water doesn't enter his suit. And then we got a light inside, so the only thing that we're gonna see is him. It's gonna become like a coffin type scenario where maybe the liquid's too thick, you can't see through it, and all you can see is his light. And it's not until the light turns off then the world outside of him turns into like underwater. It looks like underwater. Oh man, we are close. We are close. Good old magic mouse. What? Where are we? What is happening? Oh, because we're from the perspective of Spaceman here. Claustrophobic. I'm falling and I can't get up. Turn on his helmet. Sorry, I went a little quiet. I'm just gonna maybe try to grab a snapshot of something. I don't like how his visor is right now. It's revealing the light inside. The thing that's missing, I guess, is the light actually from his helmet. Just looking at the samples there. I'm just gonna move his arm here because I'm curious to see what that looks like. I need this back on. Oh, sorry, I'm getting dizzy even. Pose mode. What am I looking at? What am I trying to do? I am... Come on, Magic Mouse. It won't go that way, no matter what I do. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Definitely need a new mouse. Holy Hannah. I think it's this arm. I can't remember. Just hoping to get it a bit more in the light. It was so close. Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by the camera angle. still have the arm? Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll have to play with the light. I just want a little bit on the arm, just a pinch. I just need a little pinchy poo. Doesn't want to be working. Oh, because I'm in pose mode, idiot. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Maybe a little too much. Oh. Oh. I like that angle. That angle is tight. Damn, that angle was so tight. There we go. Yeah, I want a picture of this. Oh man, that's so sick. Still nothing from work. I forgot to put the visor on for that shot. A little more diffused on the arm, but at least that looks better to me. What can we do? What else do we need to do? We need to have it cover them up, and I think it's taking too long to do that. We need to, we need to cover them up. If we can cover them up, then we can call it, potentially. Man, this is gonna look epic. The problem is, stuff's not on the ground, so. Oh. I'm really hoping they look like technically. But you're even like, I'm pointing like you guys can see, but if you look hard in the oil around like the middle of the screen, top right corner, yeah, it'd be the same for you. You can see the reflection of the orange of the jumpsuit. What I don't like about it is it's kind of blocky still, like it's pointy in some places. So it's making it look kind of PS2 graphics to me, but I'm sure as it's all animating and moving, it'll balance itself out. But as we can see, we're getting some clipping inside the mask, which we don't want. I guess we could end it early, depending on what's happening here. Oh, brutal. If that didn't happen, we'd maybe be golden. Yeah, this is where I would end it. Or the screen would just go black. Ideally, it goes black on the outside, and his light, his inner light, is a little stronger. So we just see it's like becomes the coffin, stuck in the coffin type thing until he turns the light off, which I want to reveal the inside. I had that going at one point, and it's the liquid or the material choice, I think. it coming inside. I wonder it took forever to bake. We got some wicked stuff going on here with the reflections and the oil. This thing's probably gonna take forever to render. Yeah, see, like I want something like it looks like his arm's submerged. You can barely see it, or you can't see it. Oh, just bummer. It breaks the inside. Yeah, like see how his arm's submerged? That's what I'm hoping we can achieve. What's going on over there? A little moon. Little moony poo. Yeah, not sure what's going on over there. Some kind of light of something. Okay, well, it looks like we can end it back somewhere back here. Yeah, see, that's too bright. Can't even see outside now. Little light. I'm just really hoping I can get the oil out of the suit. So we'll end it there. Save a couple 100 frames of exporting. We are close, folks. We are close. So we need to fix the domain and rebake, which you don't want to do because we have something epic right now. To redo the domain, we have to fix the angling here. We have to fix the phone cord because we messed up the axis of things. Still kind of messed up because we changed the camera type, so everything else is now messed up. Let's find where we're good. It's like, huh? There's no keyframes before. Oh, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. How do I fix my camera angle? I need to push in a little bit. position a little bit. But we want to keep this position for all of this. Because this is what I was worried about before, if I move this back, then it's going to push all this stuff off. So what I need to do is I need to push the camera forward, but the camera is all keyframed. I really put myself in the corner here. So I think what we have to do here is just adjust the camera lens focus length, if that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. See if that. Yeah, I don't like the angle on it. Don't like the angle on it. It's like tilted ever so bit. But yeah, we need to go down more. Okay, I kind of want to go for more full now. Where are we? What's happening? Oh, are we inside that domain? It's a big domain. Yeah, I think we're still probably pretty good. Looks a little creepy. It looks like something could come out around the corner. Hopefully. I could obviously move the hand out of the way, but ceiling tiles probably need at least one so they don't go black. Maybe might have to put some kind of like reflective coat on it. What happened? Just looking at the back one. I don't really want to see that one. Need more energy. Yeah, well, I think we're still good. Not quite sure what's going on with the reflection, but it is kind of blocky. But hopefully as we bounce around, I guess that's the reflection from inside the suit, eh? My goal with the lighting is just make it feel like at any moment something can kind of come out around the corner. And the way that the light is projected from corners, we're still looking pretty good, even though I've messed around with the camera. We got some clipping here, so we need to worry about this, but I'm hoping to eventually work my way back and then have him like kind of put his hand up around corners, because that's going to just be a nice subtle element to make it feel more real that other backroom videos aren't really doing. I'm going the wrong way. Figure out how to have that cut in afterwards, because we're inside the domain and it's hard to see. Oh, right, I do have a mistake still in there. Yeah, somehow we're like looking up a little bit. We need to tilt down. We are so close. All right, well, I'm not sure who's in chat with me here, but watching. But I think I'm going to take a little break for a little bit. Because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. But we've got some good outputs. I'm just at that point where it's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I have a list of stuff to do. Small things. So I just need to kind of recalibrate. So anyways. Might be on later. Thanks for coming by, checking out Backrooms, and we'll jam and talk soon.